Howdy from Las Vegas. At this point, recording this, we've all been up for about 12 hours. So if during today's Texas Beef House Top 5, I go off the rails and start speaking in tongues, you know why? We had to get up really early because there's no major airport in Waco and had to drive down and get here. But we are doing the show just the same and super fired up to be here. But again, just fair warning. Also, when you go to TexasBeefHouse.com, use our promo code SICK'EM10 for 10% off your order. Top 5 players left off the all Big 12 preseason team. Not all these guys were on my preseason team, but some of them were, and they all didn't make it, but these are guys certainly deserving. Sometimes they were blocked by a glut at a position. Sometimes, maybe an oversight, including one on mine. We'll get to it number 4. Number 5, defensive lineman Dotson from UCF. This guy's a transfer from Tennessee Martin. He is really, really good. He's going to get after the quarterback. He's going to make a ton of plays. And look, it's kind of a deep position when you got 16 teams. But Dotson, I think at season's end, is going to be a guy with a lot of plays and will probably wind up on at least one of the postseason teams. If not the first team, probably the second team. He's a guy who's got a lot of speed, a lot of power, a lot of strength, and can get after the quarterback. And Gus Malzahn fired up about Dotson. Number 4, Cam Rising, quarterback at Utah. Now, I put him at number 4 because he didn't play at all last year, and so that's why he's not the first-team quarterback. Shedeur Sanders is, and Shedeur Sanders is very deserving based on his athletic ability. But as far as I know, only one of the quarterbacks in this entire conference, and look, I even voted for Avery Johnson as the first-team quarterback. You guys know how much of an Avery Johnson stan I am. But if you want to talk about a person deserving to be on the preseason all Big 12 team, the only guy in the conference who's won 2 conference titles, albeit not in the Big 12, but back-to-back conference titles as a quarterback, is Cam Rising. And if Cam Rising is old, he might wind up with a 3rd conference title and one of the first players to have 2 conference titles at quarterback in 2 different conferences with the same team. Number 3, a transfer to Colorado, LaJohntay Wester, wide receiver. He is a reception machine. And if Shedeur Sanders is the true number 1 quarterback in this league, and even if he's not, he's still going to put up numbers, and LaJohntay Wester is going to get him a lot of first downs. He's going to be a red zone weapon. He's going to be a jackknife for them, doing a whole bunch of different things. And he had a ton of over 100 receptions last year for Florida Atlantic. He went to a perfect place to get receptions because they throw the ball a lot at Colorado. Even though they're going to back off and probably try and run the ball more, they're going to throw the ball a lot. He's going to move the chains a lot. He's going to have a ton of receptions. And at year's end, people are going to go, wow, that guy can play. Number 2, Tyler Onyedim from Iowa State, a defensive tackle. This is someone who could start sneaking up draft boards here pretty soon. Big, strong, fast for a defensive tackle, just a bulldog, total Matt Campbell type player, and violent in the middle. Run stuffer, can do all the things that you want a defensive tackle to do, and will move up the boards throughout the year. But again, defensive tackle had a glut. There's guys like Dante Corleone who may or may not play now due to the blood clot issue, but I think Tyler Onyedim from Iowa State is someone to watch. And number 1, and only blocked out because there are 2 excellent running backs ahead of him on this roster in Ollie Gordon and Taj Brooks, is Devin Neal, running back from Kansas. He is absolutely fantastic. He's going to help them out tremendously. He's going to put up a bunch of yards. He has Daniel Highshaw there with him in the backfield and hopefully a healthy Jalen Daniels. I think you're going to see a lot from Devin Neal this year. And I put him on my team over Taj Brooks. And it was, 1A, 1B, 1C for me when it came to those 3 running backs, because I think they're all really good. But I think Devin Neal, in most other years, probably makes the first team at running back in the Big 12. That's the top 5. We're wrapping up from Vegas right after this.